Hello everyone, this is Chris once again. I'm a homeschooling mom of two. We're based here in the UAE and we've been homeschooling since 2020. If you haven't done so, please do subscribe to our channel and you may also click the notification bell button para po makatanggap kayo ng mga notification whenever we upload more videos. On today's video, I want to share with you the 5 W's of homeschooling. So basically, I want to explain further kung ano-ano ba talagang dapat yung maintindihan bago po kayo mag-homeschooling. So I want to start with the first W, which is what. So what is homeschooling? A homeschooling po is a home-based learning led by the parents. So this means po, ang homeschooling is yung magulang ang nagtuturo. So ito po is outside the traditional kind of learning na nakasanayan po natin sa traditional schools. Pero legal po kaya ito? So yes, legal po ang pag-homeschool. So tinatanggap po ng DepEd or nire-recognize po ng DepEd ang mga homeschoolers. So as long as registered yung service provider nyo or as long as you do the process of actually accrediting your child, wala pong magiging problema sa DepEd. So, ano po ba yung iba-ibang klase ng homeschooling? Actually, marami pong klase ng pag-homeschool, no? Pero sa Pilipinas po, usually merong service provider. I think bibihira po yung nag-i-independent homeschooling sa Pilipinas sa ngayon. For those who don't know, independent homeschoolers po kami. I think sa Pilipinas, medyo hindi pa ganun kalawak yung understanding no, ng mga families about homeschooling. And minsan meron din confusion po dun sa online learning po na ginagawa rin ng mga traditional schools. So, as I said po earlier, ang homeschooling po is led by the parent, not by the teachers. So, pag sinabing online distance learning, yun po yung ino-offer ng mga traditional schools. So, meaning, hindi po siya homeschool. Ang tawag po sa kanya is online distance learning. So, just the same, enrolled pa rin po yung mga bata sa traditional school. I think nagkakaroon ng confusion kasi doon since nung nag-pandemic, nagkaroon talaga ng online distance learning. So, ginagawa po yung class online since hindi po pwedeng lumabas sa mga bata. So, clear po tayo doon, no? Yung homeschooling po is parent-led po yun, hindi po siya teacher-led. Okay, so punta naman tayo sa advantage and disadvantages. So what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of homeschooling? So ang homeschooling po kasi, so I'll talk about homeschooling with service provider muna, no. So the advantage po of having a school provider is that meron na pong sistema na susundin na lang po ng mga parents para po sa pagtuturo ng kanilang mga anak. So disadvantage naman po pag independent homeschooler ka is ikaw po gagawa ng sistema. So ikaw po mag-outsource lahat and ikaw pa rin po yung mag-a-assess and magpapa-accredit ng anak nyo. Hindi kagaya pag may service provider, sila na po yung gagawa noon. Okay, so whether it be with service provider or not, para sa akin po, ang homeschooling po, ang pinaka-advantage niya is yung freedom. So, yung freedom ng parents na turuan yung mga anak nila sa oras po na convenient para sa family, na hindi po pilit yung oras na kagaya sa traditional school na kailangan nasa oras, kailangan gigising ka ng maaga, kailangan you need to prepare early yung mga bata para po makapasok po ng maaga. Not to mention po yung time, kailangan yung mag-allocate po dun sa travel time kung medyo malayo po yung school. Yung disadvantage na naman po sa time is that yung time ng parents. So most of the time, nakatali ka po sa pagtuturo sa mga bata. And then po yung free time, yung freedom po dun sa pacing po ng mga bata. Kasi hindi po pare-pareho ang pacing ng mga bata. Aminin na po natin yan. Kasi, having gone through po sa traditional school, yun po rin yung na-realize ko, no? Kasi pinipilit po talagang magkasabay-sabay yung mga bata na matuto. Which is, minsan po hindi rin maging effective for me. Kasi, alam mo, yung bata is, meron siyang medyo matagal siyang maintindihan. So, depende rin sa subject kasi may mga bata na hindi ganun kabilis ma-absorb yung mga information, no? So, sa homeschooling po, since pwede ka pong mag-adjust sa pace po ng anak mo, mas may freedom po yung anak mo to give time para matutunan nyo po yung lesson or yung subject. And then po, since may sarili kayong time, sa discretion nyo rin po ng magulang kung magpo-focus po kayo ng mas mahabang oras dun sa subject na kailangan yung matutunan ng anak mo. Kasi may mga subjects talaga na madaling matutunan ng mga bata, no? May mga bata din na may mga subjects sila na hindi sila ganun ka-excited na aralin. So by homeschooling po, nagkakaroon tayo ng ganung option or ganung discretion para po magkaroon ng focus yung bata sa mga dapat niyang matutunan. And for me also, another advantage po is that makakapili po tayo ng mga tao na pwedeng maka-influence sa mga anak natin. Kasi if we send our children to school din, kasi hindi mo rin maiiwasan. So, meron din mga bagay na hindi natin talaga makakontrol, kagaya ng mga, minsan may mga bullying, may mga bata rin minsan na madaling ma-influensyan. So, we don't want that for our children. Sinasabi rin ng iba, pag sinasabi nila na ang mga homeschoolers daw po is less po yung social interaction sila. Actually, depende na rin po yun sa parents and sa family, depende sa lifestyle nila, kasi there are other options naman to actually interact with others socially, like interaction with cousins are also good, interactions with tito and tita is at least yung advantage nun is mapipili nyo kung anong klaseng environment magkakaroon yung mga anak nyo, so that's for me, that's one of the advantages. And another advantage for me is freedom then to go on a trip. Say for example, you want to go to a trip with the family, so hindi po masyadong tali dun sa schedule, kasi pwede nyo pong i-adjust actually yung schedule nyo based dun sa family schedule. Or alam mo, kagaya kami, mahilig po kaming mag-camping, and then we want to go out and bond with some other family members. Meron kaming freedom to do that kasi nga pwede naming i-adjust yung schedule namin. And of course, yung pinakamalaking advantage, yung cost. I'm not saying na mura siya, kasi there are service providers po na medyo expensive din, pero hindi siya ganun ka-expensive compared sa mga traditional schools, sa mga private schools. So, for me talaga, yun din yung number one na advantage na yung cost. Especially kami naman. So, since we're not enrolled in any school, any traditional, we're not enrolled in traditional school, we're not enrolled with the service provider, so we're doing everything independently. So, I am teaching my children. I'm also the one outsourcing everything. I'm the one preparing the plan. So, I'm the one assessing them as well. So, I'm also the one who's preparing all the documents for the accreditation. Pero at least I have the option to choose, yung halimbawa yung mga materials ko, hindi kailangan talagang galing sa school, hindi kailangan yung mga bago, your brand new. So, meron akong option na bumili ng second hand. Nakatipid ako talaga sa mga materials ko kasi kagaya niyan, I joined some groups po sa Facebook, mga Facebook page group na wherein other families are giving away po yung mga materials nila. May mga iba na they're selling then also on a cheaper price kasi nga gamit na sila, pero it's okay kasi for me it's actually just a reference, yun yung parang nagiging guide namin sa pagtuturo ko sa mga bata kasi we're still we're still following yung DepEd curriculum. So another po yung advantage sa cost is that wala kaming transportation expense, so dito lang kasi kami sa bahay, and then of course yung uniform, so we don't really need to buy uniform for the school. So, another cost po yun na nakakatipid kami, Sa cost talaga, malaking bagay po sa amin since wala po kaming binabayarang tuition fee. Though, talagang maybe soon, we don't also know kasi kagaya ng anak ko, medyo lumalaki na siya. So, sometimes, meron siyang na parang gusto niya nang bumalik sa school, sa traditional school. So, we don't really know. Pero, as of the moment, in-enjoy po namin yung wala kaming binabayarang tuition fee. Wala pong heavy burden na ganong worry kami na, baka hindi namin kayanin. Pero, soon, maybe later on, we'll decide na magbalik siya sa traditional school. So, at least, sa ngayon, nag-enjoy po kami na wala kaming binabayarang fee. Okay, punta po tayo sa second na W of homeschooling. So, which is yung who. So, who can homeschool? May mga nagtatanong kung kailangan po bang accredited yung parents. Sa experience ko po, hindi naman kailangan accredited yung parents ng DepEd. And tungkol sa requirements ng parents, depende po din dun sa homeschool provider. So, iba-iba din po yung hinihingi ng mga, mga homeschool providers. So, dun naman po tayo sa pang-third na W. So, yung pang-third is where. So, where do you homeschool? Of course, homeschool, by the word itself, it's obvious, home. So, at home. But then, we're not really limited to just sa bahay, sometimes we go to the park, sometimes we travel, sometimes we go on a trip. So, sabi nga is, alam ko, gamit na gamit nito is, the world is our classroom. Sa fourth W naman po is yung when. So, when to actually schedule your homeschooling. So, this is also one of the freedom as I mentioned earlier, kasi nga yung schedule mo is you can schedule your homeschooling base dun sa lifestyle ng family nyo. So, hindi kayo magkakaroon ng ganong pressure. Sa inyo po yun kung paano nyo i-schedule. No? Depende kayo, kagaya sa amin. Kasi yung work namin usually sa umaga siya. So, natatapos kami around 12. So, usually yung lesson namin mag-start siya ng 12:30. So, yung mga anak ko is very independent naman sila pagdating dyan kasi meron naman akong nagawang planner before. So, sinusunod lang po nila yung mga schedules na yun. Depende po dun sa time. Dun sa planner naman namin, meron ng mga naka-allocate na mga times doon. Parents, wag po kayo masyadong ma-pressure sa time kasi minsan po sa sobrang gusto nating na according to plan, minsan talagang pinipressure natin sarili natin or lalo yung mga anak natin. So, mahirap po yung ganun, no? Kasi we don't want that we don't want them to feel na parang na-stress sila or na-pressure sila na gawin based dun sa oras na inallocate natin. Kasi sometimes hindi po talaga masusunod. Kami rin po nangyayari po sa amin. Hindi talaga siya nasusunod kasi may mga times na may mga subject or may mga lessons kami na kailangan mas mahaba pa ng oras kasi nag-i-enjoy sila or kailangan mas mahaba ng oras kasi nga hindi pa nila naiintindihan masyado. So, wag po kayong masyadong ma-pressure kasi nasa inyo po yung freedom na mag-schedule ng time, no? Wag nyo pong masyado sigurong seryoso, wag nyo po siguro masyadong i-push yung mga bata na, kailangan nilang sundin yung schedule. So, let them enjoy yung pace na kaya nila, no? So, panglimang W po is yung why. So, why do you want to homeschool? So, this is also very important, no? Kasi, lalong-lalo na kung nagsisimula ka pa lang sa pag-homeschooling, so you really need to understand yourself, you need to understand your family's need. Kailangan mo talagang maintindihan kung bagay pa sa family mo yung pag-homeschooling. Kasi, maraming beses ko na pong sinabi, hindi po talaga para sa lahat ng homeschooling kasi medyo overwhelming siya lalo na pagbago kayo. Pero, yun nga, kailangan nyo pong maintindihan kung bakit kayo nag-homeschooling. Kasi, for us, the reason why we're homeschooling is, for me, very important kasi yung family bonding, no? Yung nade-develop talaga yung namin, yung bond namin as a family. So for me, sa experience ko po, yun din po talaga yung na-appreciate ko sa pag-homeschooling kasi nung nagsimula kaming mag-homeschooling, talagang nagkaroon kami ng time to bond together ng mga anak ko. Before kami nag-homeschooling, meron akong I have a teenager. Nahirapan din po ako talagang makarelate sa kanya kasi may mga bagay siyang hindi ko naintindihan, of course. Pero pag sa homeschooling kasi meron kayong topics na pwede niyo mapag-usapan. Since lagi kayo mag-uusap, nagkakaroon ka ng chance to develop po yung ganong pagiging open ng mga bata, no? Slowly nag-open up yung mga bata. And then, until such time na comfortable na sila magsalita. So yeah, yung appreciate ko talaga sa pag-homeschool is yung bonding ng family namin, yung relationship namin. Na talagang kahit dumating yung time na hindi na kami nag-homeschooling, nandun na yun. Kumbaga, yun na yung mga memories na nabuo namin together. And then, yung closeness po talaga namin is na-develop talaga ng husto. So, from the year 2020, I could really say na mas lalo kaming naging close, mas lalong nag-open up yung anak ko kasi minsan may mga bata talaga na nahirapan sila lalo pag wala kayong topic na pwedeng pag-usapan, ang hirap nyo talagang magkaroon ng conversation minsan sa mga bata. So by homeschooling po, nagkaroon po ako ng chance talagang mas magkaroon ng time na maintindihan ko yung mga anak ko and then sila rin for them to get to know me better as well. So yun po yung pinaka-why ko, why we are homeschooling. Why is it important to have a why? So, to understand your why. Kasi nga, there will be times na medyo maging overwhelming yung pag-homeschooling and then there are times na sometimes you'll think, nakakapagod or minsan feeling nyo hindi nyo na kaya, minsan feeling nyo hindi ka worthy or minsan nyo hindi ka, you're not good enough para magturo sa mga bata. Knowing your why would somehow remind you ba't kayo nagsimula sa pag-homeschool, no? Having that, yun yung pinaka parang kino-hold ko na ituloy yung pag-homeschool namin. So, I'm not saying na we're gonna homeschool forever, no? Siyempre, darating yung time na baka gusto na nilang bumalik sa traditional school. So, I'm okay with that as well. Pero, at least, I get to have the chance po to develop yung mas malalim na relationship with my children. So, yes, so understanding your why can motivate you every day. So, yun, this is what I think that we need to know before we start homeschooling. Kasi, understanding homeschooling will help you understand also kung talagang para sa inyo ba yung pag-homeschool. So if you want more information, meron po akong mga playlist dito sa channel namin. Please feel free to browse through them. So may playlist po ako doon na How to Homeschool na series and then of course more information about homeschooling. So visit nyo na lang po yung channel namin. I-click nyo po yung playlist. Andun po marami po akong i-share. So for those also who want to understand more about independent homeschooling, which is what we do, meron din po akong video about it dun sa playlist po. Panoorin nyo na lang po yon. So I hope I've given you insight about homeschooling, especially especially sa mga bago sa homeschooling, no? And I hope nakatulong po sa inyo tong video na to today. On my next videos po, I'll try my best mag-upload po ng mga videos which is per topic para mas madali pong maintindihan. Thank you so much po for watching this video. Again, if you haven't done so, please do subscribe to our channel and please click the notification bell button para ma-notify po kayo whenever we upload more videos. Hello everyone, my name, and you may also click the notification bell. You may also click share with you yung information.